Do you limp when you walk due to pain, weakness, or a recent surgery? In this video, I'll show you a simple treadmill trick that you can use to fix your limp, improve your balance, and walk more comfortably. But first, what causes limping in the first place? People don't conscientiously decide to limp, but if you've sustained some tissue damage, or your brain thinks you might have damaged tissues, it will alter your walking pattern in order to prevent further damage to those tissues. Likewise, if you've developed some muscle weakness and you can't produce force through the muscles that you need to walk normally, your brain will recruit other muscles in order to still allow you to get from place to place. Or if you've developed stiffness at a joint and you can't move through that joint, your brain will find a way to move through other joints, again, to still allow you to get from place to place. Now, if you have sustained a recent injury, limping for a very short period of time can be helpful until you're able to access crutches or a walker or some other way of protecting that joint. But the longer that you limp, it becomes an ingrained habit. And even after the tissues have healed or you've had a surgery and fixed the problem, you may have learned that new limping pattern as your normal way of walking. But the good news is that your walking pattern lives in your spinal cord, in something known as central pattern generators. In studies in the early 1900s, researchers gave cats a spinal cord injury and then had them walk on a treadmill. And even though they weren't getting the cognitive input from their brain, they were still able to produce a walking pattern. And we're going to use the same concept in this video, obviously without giving you a spinal cord injury. But when you unload your joints enough that the joints no longer hurt, that the muscles are strong enough to withstand the force that's put on them, then you automatically will start resuming that normal ingrained walking pattern. So what you'll do initially is set this treadmill to a pretty slow speed, offload as much as you need to, that you can bear weight through your legs without it hurting. Then just think about placing your foot and balancing over top of that foot. And since the treadmill is moving underneath you, rather than you moving over top of it, all you really have to think about is place your foot, balance, place your foot, balance, place your foot, balance. And your nervous system will kind of take over the rest. Now, as you get better at this, you can put a little more load on your feet or a little less load on your arms. Start taking more weight. But again, this should be relatively pain-free and you shouldn't be limping when you do it. So just focus on balancing over top of your feet. Now, you'll notice that I'm barefoot. I wouldn't recommend that you be barefoot walking on the treadmill, but I wanted to show you that you also may need to think about controlling your arch, particularly if you're someone who overpronates or who has stiffness in their ankle joint. If you just kind of grip the ground with your toes like that, that will prevent you from overpronating. So hitting on the outside, moving to the big toe, hit on the outside, move to the big toe, and so on and so forth. Now, after you've gotten good at walking at a slower pace, then you can start to increase the pace. But again, don't go for speed. We're not walking for cardiovascular exercise. Right now, we're doing this for neuromuscular re-education, or retraining your muscles in a proper movement pattern. And in order to retrain movement pattern, it takes lots and lots and lots of repetitions, doing it in the correct movement pattern and doing it without pain. So gradually increase how fast you're going, how much weight you're putting on your legs, until you're able to walk relatively close to your normal speed without pain and without limping. So this was just a very quick video to teach you that treadmill trick. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And if you'd like more tips to help you improve your walking, check out this video over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.